All right, guys, welcome back to Inspired Creations by Angela Rose. Today we are going to be making a Mardi Gras wreath, or a swag, I should say. So in order to get started, what I did was I had two 18-inch swags. I actually wanted it a bit longer. I did not put this on the video, but I'm just going to kind of show you guys what I did. So I had two 18-inch swags. I measured it out to about 31 to 32 inches from top to bottom. And then I've got zip ties that go around them and are holding it together. And if you can see this here, this is like very sturdy. So this is what you want to do if you have to put, a lot of zip ties on there for whatever reason. I could only get 18-inch swags, and sometimes I like to make a little bit smaller ones, so that works for me. But today I just wanted something a little bit bigger because of what I'm going to put on there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start just by kind of like fluffing everything up here to get to how we're going to put our deco mesh on there so we can get that ready before we start decorating. So I'm just going to kind of fluff this up here, and then I'm going to put everything off to the side. Basically what we're going to do is I am using some green and gold deco mesh. I will be adding in plenty of ribbon, bows, and different colors to it. I am going to use these masks here as accent pieces, and as well as this ornament here. So we're going to get started with that. Basically what we're going to do is I'm just going to place this off to the side right now, and we're going to concentrate on getting our deco mesh cut. Now I went ahead and cut a piece just to kind of show you. I am going to make 20-inch strips. I'm not exactly sure how many I'm going to need, so I'll probably just cut I would say probably about 10 of each right now. I am going to use the method that I like to use. I've showed y'all before, is where you can cut it and roll it. Normally I'll have my laundry basket, but of course I don't have it over here with me right now, so I'm just going to show you. We'll just put it off to the side. What I usually like to do, and you don't have to do it this way, you can do it however is comfortable. I know sometimes, like I said, sometimes on my measuring I'm really spot on, and sometimes I'm not. This one, I think sometimes on swags it's not as necessary. I don't want to say necessary, but I feel like you just get used to it over time. But anyway, I do like to put my deco mesh together, and then I just roll this down here. And I'm going to put those over to the side, and then just kind of pull these up here and keep cutting along the way. See? And what I'm going to do is, like I said, I'll cut about 10 of each. And then so what we'll do after that is, if for some reason I need more, then I'll just go ahead and cut some more. But I'm just kind of rolling them up together, and I'm putting them in front of me, because this one, it's not quite, when you're making the swag, it's not exactly, it's kind of like making a ruffle, just a little bit different. So we'll go ahead and, get started on that. I would like to ask you guys if you do like my tutorials. I know I'm new to it, and I'm sure you hear me stumbling through it, but if you do like my tutorials and you enjoy the content that I'm putting out, I would really appreciate if you hit that like and subscribe button and share it with a friend. I'd really appreciate that. And as always, you're more than welcome to ask me any questions in the comments. If you want to see me make any type of wreath, I will make sure that I can try to get that out for you. I will also try to answer any questions that you may have. I will put a link down in the comments as far as the different materials that I'm using and where I purchased it from. So let me finish getting all these cut. 5, 6, 7, and I actually already have a couple of the green cut, so I'm just going to finish this here, and then now I just need my gold because I already have 2 of the green cut. So I think I have told y'all before, but if you're not familiar with me, I am a stay-at-home dog mama and line wife. My husband takes really good care of us, and we do like to rescue. My babies are all grown up, so I've got all these spoiled ones. Let's see if I can get old Spooky in here. There him is. That's Duke. So you'll see my furry coworkers. If not, I know you'll hear them because they like to make sure that they are known. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and bring our swag back over. Basically, like I said in the beginning, what we've done is we just went ahead and opened up everything. So what we're going to do is, I want to make sure y'all can see it here, is we're just going to, and I kind of like to do it, I guess, facing, I'm trying to do it, normally I hold it up against me, is kind of face together and roll and then pinch in the middle. And so I've got that, so I've got that here. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come here to my top. I'm gonna find 2 ones here. And I'm basically gonna do that and twist that off there. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my green, I'm gonna come to the other side, and we're basically going to do it. I'm trying to do it this way. The easiest way I can tell you is I normally, like I said, I'll hold it, you know, up against me sometimes. But basically what you'll do is you just kind of get it, roll it into each other, and then just squeeze it together. And then so now I'm gonna come out towards the outside over on this side. And of course I'm gonna get stuck on every piece of mesh along the way because I didn't put it in my laundry basket. And we'll just find a part right there and twist it and give it a good couple twists there. And so basically what we're gonna do now is we're just gonna kind of continue with going down our swag base and just adding in everything together. So again, I'm gonna roll it, just like let it naturally roll in together, and then just kind of pinch it in the middle. And come back on this side over here and find a place. See if I can put it in there and twist it. And what you're just going to want to do is you're just going to want to kind of go all the way down. It's different when I'm trying to show it on, holding it in a different position than I normally do. You're just going to want to kind of go through the swag and just get it in time together. So basically what we're going to want to do is we're just going to want to go down the swag itself, start putting in the different colors, and you know what, if we need more, we just got to cut up some more. So like I said, swags to me are a little bit different because I always feel, sorry, I'm trying to do it up how I normally do it. I feel like, you know, just depending on how ever many it is that you want to have on there. So go through and kind of tie it down there. And let's see, go through. See if I can show it this way. Maybe it'll be a little bit easier. Would help if I do a tutorial and I could actually show y'all how to do it in an easy way. You know what, I'm gonna move this one down a little bit because I feel like we have green right there already. So I'm going to get this one, and basically you're just gonna find two that go together. And I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna put a gold one up here. So I am gonna turn the camera towards myself a little bit. I may not always appear on camera because of the fact that, well, I would hate to scare y'all because I don't want to wear makeup all the time. P.S. If you like this shirt, so this is how I roll it up. If you like this shirt, one of my really good friends, she's actually my maid of honor, or is it matron of honor? She is Leanne's Inspirations, and she makes all these wonderful sweaters, and she makes beanies. I've got multiple sweaters from her and beanies, and they are so comfy. So I'll see if I can tag her in the comments as well, just because she does make some wonderful things that are super comfy. So like I said, I'm just going to kind of continue down here. I'm going to come and put this green one here. And I'm going to come back up here and fill it in with gold. What's nice about swags is I feel like you can kind of eyeball it. You know, I'm one of those who I have ideas when I start, but a lot of times I feel like it's more of a creative process. So as you go, you can kind of take a look, and if you feel like, well, I need a little bit more green here, or I need something a little bit more here, you can always do that. Now, what's probably going to be a little bit different on with this one is because I did tie it together, I am going to have to try to fill in with some more mesh in these areas because, of course, it is a teardrop type swag, so it did taper down. And normally, you know, that doesn't always happen, but of course it happened on this one because, like I said, I decided to tie them together. So towards the end, go ahead and twist that there. So towards the end, as I'm transitioning, I am probably going to try to build it up with a little bit more mesh so we can get that consistency going across the way. One of the things that I will tell you is these particularly aren't, I have used swags from the Dollar Tree before, which are actually their Christmas trees. And let me tell you, those I will actually say are probably one of my favorite things to work with. I feel like, granted, you do need to put two of them together, but I feel like they are much easy to put together, and I feel like they are super sturdy. This is real sturdy as well. These aren't, it's a good swag, but honestly, I ordered this off of Temu. And so they're good, but they are 18-inch swags. So it did, like I said, they're good quality as far as they are very sturdy. But again, they're 18 inches. I wasn't able to get the 31-inch swags by the time I decided to start doing these. A lot of them were sold out. So I'm kind of learning swags myself. I've mentioned it in a previous video before. One of the ladies that I really enjoy following is DIY with Nadia. I'll probably link her in this video as well. And there's also on Facebook, Alexis Spears, and I can actually give her credit for teaching me a lot, because she really did, you know, give me a lot of pointers and tips. And since then, I've felt a lot more comfortable making swags. And I've got, you know, a big Grinch one that I made, and but I will start showing you some of the wreaths that I make and using, so the Grinch swag that I made, it is, I'll have to put my link to my Etsy shop on there. I think my nephew is going to call dibs on that one pretty soon. But I actually made that one, and it is a humongous swag, and it's a Grinch swag that's made out of 2 candy cane wreaths from the dollar store. So trust me, guys, when I tell you, don't knock the dollar store, because there is tons of stuff there that is actually, you can make some really nice items with. And then, of course, you know, a lot has to do, once you get your base down, your wreath forms down, you will, you know, from there, it's what you put on there. I am using quite a few ornaments from at home. I do get my ribbon from different places. The ribbon that I did get today is from Amazon, as well as from Michael's and BBC Crafts. I really do like what BBC Crafts offers. If you don't follow them, you can follow them on Instagram. I know they're also on TikTok. I will also be leaving links to my TikTok and all my social media accounts somewhere on this video. That way, if you decide and you'd like to follow me, would love that you like and subscribe here. On Instagram, I can have subscribers now, so if you would like to follow me on Instagram as well. I do have quite a few items there, and I'm also posting full tutorials for my subscribers on Instagram. So if that's easier for you, you know, I am on there as well, and feel free to give me a follow. So here we are now. Like I mentioned, we are, I am getting in between to where those swags are, you know, starting to meet together. So I'm just going to make sure I do a extra job with filling it in with materials. But I think if you can see the way it's looking so far, it looks really good. It may look a little empty up here at the top. I am going to tell you there will be a big bow right up here. So I'm not too concerned with that right now. But I can tell you, obviously, I am going to need more of Deco mesh, obviously. So I'm going to put this last one in here, and I will probably cut, I'll probably do another 10 pieces of each. And I'm going to put that on there. Might see if I can squeeze in another green over here just to kind of keep it all flowing together. And like I said, I'm sorry guys, I'm trying to make this so where y'all can see it. So again, just to kind of, this isn't the same as, it would be like making a loose ruffle. So what you're really just going to do is you're going to kind of fold it in towards each other and then just pinch it together there. And so like I said, it's not quite as dedicated as making a big ruffle like it is when you're making your wreaths. I will have a wreath coming up where I am going to be showing a double ruffle method there, so definitely stay tuned for that one, because that one is actually pretty cool wreath to see, and it's a good technique. I like to use that. I am going to get my pines here just because I do feel like this is a little, there we go. It was a little hard to do with my hands. These are Klein's. I did steal them from my husband. He said it was okay though, and he went and bought a new pair. So that works for me. But anyways, let me put this last piece on. I'm actually gonna probably start with, I'll do another 8 pieces, and then we will come back and see how that's going. So let me just tie this one in, and then I'm gonna cut another 8 pieces of each color, and we'll be right back. Okay, so I went ahead and I finished, and just FYI, I know I said I was gonna do 8. I went ahead and did 9 because basically there was just enough for 9 left, and I'm a real big stickler. I hate leftover deco mesh because I always feel like, one, if y'all could see my craft room, heads would probably explode. But I feel like I have a bunch of different color deco mesh, so it's like one of the things that I like to do is to try to use up as much as I can. So when I did 8 at 20 inches, I basically had a 9th one with about 30 inches left. And I just want to show you, I've got some sleepy pups in the back. There's Mr. Linky, and there is Puddles, and Charlie is laying right up next to that bone there. We got some sleepy pups over there. There's Sadie. That's my little Sadie girl right there. Sorry guys, I just like to show my babies off. Most of our dogs are rescues, so you'll see that they are a very important part, and usually like to tell me what to do. But anyways, so up at the top here, I did leave a space. What I'm gonna do right now is make bows. To me, I don't know how other people make their swags. I haven't seen full tutorials on there. I personally like to do my bows first because I like to put a bow at the top and a bow at the bottom. Also, just to kind of show you this little piece at the bottom, when you get down here, you have the option of, you can fold it. I'll probably cut that off with my Klein's just because it doesn't, to me, there's nothing really to do at the bottom, but it's up to you on what you want to do with it. If you want to fold it back, if you have a place to tuck it in, or if you just want to cut it off. So I probably will cut it off later. I am still planning on, I will be adding this in. I'm also going to show y'all a tip on how to attach our ornaments. I'm going to show you 2 ways. So I did learn, I did tell you I like Alexa Spears. She did show me a good trick of using cable mounts to attach your ornaments on, or your signs on, but I'm going to show y'all how to use it with cable mounts, and I'm also going to show y'all another kind of trick just in case you don't have them. I feel this worked for me. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to get everything out, and we're going to start by making bows. And like I said, on swags, to me, bows are a big part of it. So we're going to put one big one at the top and one here at the bottom. I know some swags will go in different areas, but we're going to do 2 bows for this. So I'm going to get everything out, get my colors organized. I've decided that I am going to go ahead and use these colors here. I do find them to be all very, very pretty. So I will probably, you know, mix these in, and we'll see how that goes. So I'm going to get my Easy Bow Maker out and get it put together. So keep in mind this is made for a right-handed person. If you were left-handed, all you need to do is to flip your Easy Bow Maker around. I will put the link to my Amazon storefront, which has this in there, and I'll also try to link all the items I used in the captions. So if I'm not going to do it right now because I'm not using it, but if I'm ever measuring out 12 inches, of ribbons and multitudes of ribbons where I'm going to cut it, because I'm not sure if I'm going to use it later. I do use a painter stick for that, so that's my ADHD brain just throwing that information out there because I just found it here. So basically I'm going to pick the bottom or the base of my bow. I think I'm going to put, let me see how these go next to each other. I think I'm going to put this one on the bottom. I kind of like this one, but I feel like it might blend in a little too much on the bottom. So I am going to start with this one. Then I will move on to this one. From there, I will do this one, and then I'm going to finish it off here. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bows here, or 5 different types of ribbon. These ribbon here, I did get from Amazon. I think the only 2 other, this one I know did come from Michael's because I just ordered that one and my order was unfortunately messed up. But the rest, I'm pretty sure did come from Amazon. So let me see if I can get this all out here. And if y'all would like to watch me struggle, I will just continue to do this because I'm sure it's entertaining for you guys. I know cutting towards myself is not the smartest thing, but in 45 years, if I can survive cancer and car crashes, trust me, I can survive cutting towards myself with scissors. All right. So again, if you're liking what you see, please hit the like and subscribe button. If you'd like to share it with anybody, keep in mind that sharing it with one person, if they share it, you can really help out small businesses like myself. But anyways, please hit that like and subscribe for more content. Feel free to ask questions in the comments. And I'm just starting out right now on Instagram. I've got about 20,000 followers. So I do have a subscription channel on there as well. But all right, back to, we're going to make a bow. So I'm gonna go ahead and make this bow, and looking on here, I'm probably gonna want my tail to be, let's see, how long is that here? So that's gonna do about a 9-inch tail. And the bow at the bottom might be a little bit bigger. The reason being, up top, we want a good size tail to it, but also keep in mind we are putting other decorations on here. But a lot of times with swags, the bigger the better. So again, what you're gonna do on your Easy Bow Maker is you're gonna go ahead and you're gonna slide this in here. You're gonna get it to the tail the way you want it to be. And so I'm doing about 9 inches. I'm just gonna pull it over here, and I'm gonna go ahead and make probably about, let's see, we'll probably do about, let's do 6.5-inch loops. I will tell you, I think it works so much better if you do pull out a little bit of your ribbon while you're doing it, especially working with the Easy Bow Maker. And I'm telling you, or I didn't tell you, but I should, what we normally do here is, so you've got your ribbon, this has got a pretty side and a plain side. Don't want to say ugly because nothing's truly ugly. So what you're going to do is you're going to put in your pretty side, flip it in the middle, go ahead and make that loop. And then you're going to get to your 6-inch, about 6.5-inch side here after we twisted. And when you come down here, it's gonna be pretty simple and straightforward. And basically what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go ahead and get that to about that 9-inch mark. And I'm gonna cut it. Now I personally like to dovetail my ends, which I will probably do. I know a lot of times I've seen it on swags where it's very different, and I don't always see that being done. Some people like to leave them straight. We can always make the ribbon and see what it looks like, or make the bow, see what it looks like, and go ahead and go from there. This is such a pretty ribbon. I will definitely link in the comments where I got this ribbon, because this ribbon is like really pretty. I don't know if that picks up as well as it really shows, but this is a beautiful bow. It is a little transparent. I can see through it. So we'll see how it looks moving forward. So what I do is sometimes I do just kind of move my tails and everything. Sometimes I will try to go ahead and arrange it a little bit as I'm going. So I'm going to go through again here. We're going to do about the same. So it is again where you have that pretty side and then just the plain side. The plain side's actually really kind of got a really pretty underside to it. It's like a red kind of iridescent color, so that's actually pretty nice. So what we're going to do is we're going to go here again. We're making about the same size loops, and I'm sure this isn't helping y'all that I'm just completely blocking the view here, but you get that we just pretty much go back and forth. And what we'll do is we'll go here, make about that same size loop. And we got it about 6 inches. So I'm gonna do 6 inches over here and put it back through. Now I've heard some people say, oh, well, you know, you shouldn't have to mess with it. You know, it should be fine on the easy bow maker, you know, or once you take it off of the bow maker. I personally like the bow maker. I feel like, you know, my hands, I don't have the grip strength that I once had, you know, or maybe I'm just not coordinated. I can tell you that I'm pretty clumsy. So I like the bow maker because it holds it for me, and I tend to have to move and, you know, move stuff around quite a bit. So, anyway, don't come down on yourself if you don't have everything fluffed up. I personally like to take my bows off and then do all the fluffing. I'm really liking the way this is going to look on top. So we're just going to go ahead and come here. As you can see, it's got the pretty side and the plain side. So we're going to put the side here. I'm probably going to go again for about that 9-inch tail. I'm going to turn here, and I'm going to keep that loop at about that same 6 to 6.5 inches. And so then I'm going to place this down in here. And twist it. Get a good twist in here. Keep it about the same. Come back through. And keep in mind, you can use less ribbon. You can do way more loops. It's up to you on how you do it. Some people like to put 3 loops. I've been making bows for a long time, and I can tell you I still have not mastered that 3 loop on one side. But it is something that I'm striving to get better for, and I'm going to keep kind of teaching myself and keep watching videos. Like I said, I like the DIY with Nadia. Alexis Spears, love her on Facebook. There's different ones on YouTube that I am liking, and I'll make sure that I try to shout out whoever, because I think at some point in time, I've learned a lot from everybody's different channel. Even though I've been making wreaths for a long time, maybe I'm starting to do new things. I've really just started making swags, actually, and I did that because I fell in love with watching Alexis do hers, and she just makes beautiful swags. I'd never even seen them before. And I don't know if they're a big thing here in South Texas or not, but I really, you know, enjoyed watching her her videos and seeing those, and so I've decided, you know, to give them a try myself. And they may be something big down here. I just personally have not seen them. So it's something that I wanted to give myself a chance at, and I just started doing them myself basically within the last month, but I do feel like it's something that I picked up fairly quickly on. But I mean, you can ask my kids. I've made wreaths for years, and we used to have a wreath pretty much for every holiday or every season, because I love to craft and cook. Okay, so now I am gonna go ahead and do my last one here. This bow's exactly the same. Like I said, it's got one good side. I'm just gonna keep with that same the 9-inch, sorry, tail, brain fart there for a second. And come back here with my loops. And you can also do that just to make sure you got them at about the right area. Another reason why I like the Easy Bow Maker is because I can put everything down. I do try to, oddly enough, doesn't look like it, but I do try to keep a clean workspace while I'm doing it, and then I do like to move things around. I have done it before with floral wire. I'm still getting used to doing floral wire. I've used floral wire for other things. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna use a chenille stem. I got these again from Amazon. They're on my storefront. I usually get them though, honestly guys, I like them from the Dollar Tree. Why? Because they come in all sorts of different colors, and they're $1.25 for a pack of 45. So I don't think that you can really beat that. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm just gonna kind of pull this together here. I'm gonna put this through here just to kind of start making it a little bit tight. So what you do is you kind of slide it. I don't know if you can see that in between there, and I really hope I've been videoing this the whole time because I feel like I haven't. If not, I will definitely make sure I make the next bow up closer. But you kind of can get it, keep everything, you know, kind of squished together there. Scoot that to the back. Get your chenille stem here. Put it in through the back. Kind of get it, because that's what you're going to use to tie it on with. And then just kind of work that down and pull the crap out of it till you get it nice and tight. And then we will cut the excess off. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to kind of play with it. Look, this is about where I'm going to want my bow to be. And so what I'm going to just go ahead and kind of do a little bit is I'm just going to kind of start pulling everything out and start to fluff my bow up a little bit. The reason, and trust me, you're probably going to fluff your bow 100 more times. You know, I like, for whatever reason, I mess with my bows all the time. But you're going to mess with it. I do like to get it a little bit. And what I try to do is if I pull one way, I pull the other way. So I'm just kind of going along here, pulling this one here. And then this I will try to keep close in the center. I do have some little fleur-de-lises to go in the center here, or some ornaments. I haven't decided yet, some little Mardi Gras ornaments. But I am trying to, like I said, pull one way. I usually go with the other way. And the reason I am gonna fluff it but not go completely nuts over it just yet is because I am gonna put it on here, and then I will, you know, obviously turn my swag over on top of it, and I don't want it to, you know, it's gonna get smushed again, and you're gonna wanna play with it again. So I just wanted to kind of get the idea of seeing how I have it. So this is pretty much how the bow is gonna be. I like the way it's looking here. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that through. So I've got my, sorry if I'm discombobulated, but anyway, so I got the zip tie on there, the chenille wires on there. Now, this is where I'm gonna put it through. And you can kind of, on this one, I am gonna make sure I get it around a good, I'm trying to get it around the center, pushing it through here. I can find my fingers. There they are. So I'm gonna go ahead and push that through here, and then I am going to flip it over and get it on this side here. And I'm gonna go ahead and give it a good few twists. I know some people are like, do it 1 or 2 times. I twist the crap out of mine, so that's just how I am, as I want everything to be super secure. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about here, how people, I have noticed more on the swags where people leave them, and it is kind of pretty to leave them without being dovetailed. I'm gonna see how that works and if I like that, and see if that grows on me for a little bit. What I can say though is I will tell you this wire is phenomenal. So I did make a football wreath earlier. I got some really pretty ribbon. The problem is one of the ribbons was just, gosh, it felt like it was made out of like almost like a bed sheet material, and it was beautiful, but this a little bit thinner too, but this has got like a lot of hold to it. That one would be like almost like, imagine this, but you know, 4 inches wide or 2.5 inches wide, and it was not something that I really enjoyed working with. But this ribbon is great. I love it. And that is so pretty. So now that I have that there, let's see. These here. And of course, you'd think I would be prepared and open it, but I don't like to do that. I like to wait till the last second so y'all can have something to be amused at. Okay, so yes, so I have that there. Or I did get these little picks here. Most of this all I got on Amazon. These will be good too if I decide to, you know, put them in there. I don't know that this would make a good center, but let's just take a look and see what it looks like here. Nope, definitely don't. Yeah. These actually might be super cute to put one here. I just feel like it's too big to, you know, covering up that bow there. I don't really like that. So I'm going to take these, but I am going to save them because we might use that. Sorry, I had to pick up, I dropped the lid to something and my dogs will definitely come after it. So I'm going to go ahead and take this end off here. I'm going to coat this with some hot glue. And to me, you can never use enough hot glue, especially like I said, live here in Texas. So I like to make sure everything's secure. I feel like if you put just a dab of hot glue on it, a lot of times it just does not stay. So we're gonna go ahead and put that there. I am now going to get to work, and that should stick in there pretty good. I'm now going to get to work, and I'm going to make a bow down for the other end. I'll be back in a second when we get, let's see here, how do we want to look at doing that? And I just like to lay things out. I don't know about y'all. I do have an easel. I might be able to show y'all on how to do that, but I do have an easel. I like to kind of put that, you know, put that up so it gives me something to look at. I don't really want to cover that, so we'll see about putting that there. I did want to put this in here. We'll see how maybe this hangs in under here, or just pushing it. So I will have to take that up. But I'm one of those people who I really lay everything out. That is super pretty though. Okay, so let me get that other bow going. I'm gonna see if I can angle it to where I have my easel up so y'all can see it too towards the end when we actually start putting everything together. I think it just comes in handy and I love it. So I'm gonna get that other bow going and we'll be back in a sec. So I just realized that I probably cut off that last bow making portion and had it off screen to where y'all couldn't see it. So we're gonna try this again. So we are going to go ahead and let's see, start here. The first one. Now, since this is on the bottom, I am going to make it a little bit longer because I'm going to put this bow at the very bottom of the swag. So I'm going to go ahead and make the tail a little bit longer. Probably not, let me see. So about 13 inches is what I got it at. So we're going to do the same way again where you put it down through and you're going to twist. When you get it there, I'm going to make these loops about 7 inches to 7.5, only because it's the bottom bow. I always feel like the bottom bow should just be like a little bit bigger. So again, we're going to put this here and we're going to twist. Going to go, let's see, about 7.5. Come here. Bring that down through here and to about 13 inches. Take that off. We're gonna come in with that other real pretty color here. And like I said, when you're doing the bow maker, it may be easier just to go ahead and unwind a little bit you know, ahead of time, because I feel like it's just easier to do it that way. Or make sure you have a lot of easy leeway on there. I'm going to do it about, like I said, about the same. Pull it a little bit more there. Push it down. And yeah, I've watched a lot of people on how they make bows. I see so many people how they do it in their hands, and years later I'm still flabbergasted. I don't know how they do it, but it's nice to watch. One day maybe I'll get there. Okay, do a little bit there. Turn. This one's coming up just a tad. And it's just, like I said, you know, this is a good one. They do have tutorials. However, I was never able to get my tutorials to work when I did it. So on the little QR code that came with the Easy Bow. But I find like the best ones anyway are just like this, watching it on YouTube. I feel like that's the best ones that have always worked for me. Just push that down a little bit. Put this here. Put the same. And you'll get used to it after a while. And there's so many different bows. Now keep in mind, you don't need to use the Easy Bow Maker for every single one that you do. I feel like on bows like these, you know, and I will show you different techniques that I have seen. I didn't come up with them, obviously, but I have seen some different techniques that have been used, and, you know, I learned from watching a video just the same way. I do like the Easy Bow Maker, though, when we're doing something like this. So I feel when we're doing a big bow, something where we're using 5 different ribbons, I just think it's easier, you know, honestly, to do it that way. And what's nice is you can just pull the spool, you know, around. And I've seen it too, to where you can put extra tails in the back if you need it. But always, if you're doing, you know, 4 or 5 different ribbons, I don't feel like you need any extra tails unless you want extra tails. I mean, it's all up to your, you know, creative design. So again, what I'm doing is I'm taking my zip tie. People use floral wire. You can use just a chenille stem. You can do it however you want. I just feel this helps me better. And so what I do is I just pop it up just a little bit, and I will put it right through the center there, just like I did, you know, getting everything. And then I do try to just kind of pull it. Well, I'll try that again. Try to pull it coming up. I do try to secure it somewhat in place here, because then I feel like what you're gonna kind of do, you're just gonna get it a little bit going here so it's tight. You wanna keep everything in place, hold it there in the center, get your chenille wire, pretty much, you know, get it to where you can pull that down in there, and then that's when you can just really, you know, tighten that and pull that tight. You know, and what I'm sorry, I'm pulling it off camera again, just so y'all can't see it and read my mind. And you know, I'm the biggest, I always talk crap about that. I hate that. I'm all, you're taking it off camera, I can't see. Here I am doing the same exact thing. So I'm gonna move my bow maker off the side right now, just to get out of my way. Get it here, trying to make it as tight as I can. I've got it as tight as I can. Now I'm going to go ahead and cut that excess off. Again, you can go through, fluff, pull, you know, get your tail going one way, you know, depends on how you want to do it. If you want to mess with it now, if you want to mess with it once you get it on your swag, you know, however you want to do it. Like I said, I do try to, if one goes one way on one side, I do try to pull a little bit, you know, the opposite way. And like I said, it's up to you, just however you feel like making your bows, you know, just whatever is in your creative, you know, design. Now, a lot of my tails probably are going to go more towards the bottom on this one, only because it is at the bottom, and you know, we've got some other stuff going on, so we don't want to cover up anything that we've got going on, you know. Let's see here. I guess I will pull it, maybe a few. So now that I just kind of got it going, like I said, kind of got it going here, I'm going to go ahead and, let's see, look at it here. Pull this one more up to the top. Let's see here. Put this over here. Oh, here we go. And get this. God, this is such a pretty ribbon. I really do like it. It's a little bit thinner. It is a little transparent, but it is such a pretty ribbon. Okay, so like I said, minimal fluffing right there, just to kind of give me an idea of what it's going to look like here. Because what I'm going to do now is I am going to go ahead and We'll hopefully find the other, there it is, end of my chenille wire. I like to offset. Some people like to do it straight up and down. I'm gonna offset it just a little bit here. And so I'm gonna see if I can get it to go around. Gotta fish it through the bottom. Okay. Got it there. Fished it through. And now I am getting it in back. And I am twisting and twisting and twisting and twisting and twisting, because I want to make sure that stays on there for sure. Okay, now I've got this on there. I'm gonna go ahead and mess with my tails a little bit more. See if I do want to have, might have one coming on. If not, I'm gonna have all my loops definitely going up this way. There we go. This is just really good ribbon, I swear. It's so nice to get good ribbons, you know? I swear, and I will tell you guys this. So there'll be a lot of things. Like I said, I did get the swag from, you know, Temu. Right, it does take 2 weeks to come in, sometimes 3 weeks. I think these actually took a month. I actually got one part of my order and the rest of everything didn't come in for literally, like, I got it part in November and I didn't get the rest until like yesterday. So when I tell you I ordered a lot of stuff for my Christmas wreaths, that didn't work out well for me. So there's different things you can do. Like I said, you know, you can always look and you can find certain deals like on that. You know, you will find it. If you don't need it right then, that's great. But I'm going to tell you right now, I used to say, I'm never going to spend that much on a ribbon. I'm never going to spend. Yes, I feel like your ribbon will make or break your swags for sure, or your wreaths. Like, I do feel good quality ribbon has a lot to do with it. So if you're one of those people kind of like me who, oh, I'm never going to spend that much, spend it, because it's really can make the difference in your project. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing we did up above. And I'm going to put the hot glue on this ornament. I'm very excited. My husband bought me a new what do you call, cordless hot glue gun, and I'm so excited to use it that I am literally doing my best to use up all my other glue. So I'm gonna put that there and let that set. So now what we're gonna do is I'm still not sure if I want to dovetail these ends or not. I'll look at it here, I think, when it's full done, and we'll see. But I will be getting out the easel, and then from there we will go ahead and start making our placements and get our decorations going. So be right back when we get set up. Okay guys, we're back, and sorry I did take a little break from the recording, so if you notice any differences, it's because I did take a little break from yesterday to today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to end up dovetailing all these ends, and I'll tell y'all why in a little bit. But I think I am I think I'm going to go ahead and put a type of bow in the middle, but I'm not going to use this small one, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. So basically what I'm going to do here is, I think, yes, I'm on there. Sorry, I have to make sure I'm on there. I'm going to cut 12-inch strips. And just so y'all can see real quick, I've got 3 dogs fighting over the same toy. So the twins, that's Murphy and Benny. Benny's the brown one who has it. Murphy's the black one. And then Duke is the one that just jumped up. But anyway, Murphy and Benny were dumped in the country at one of my husband's job sites, and we picked them up and we were supposed to keep them and take them to the Humane Society, and we paid the fees and got their shots. And then we decided the next day we couldn't take them in because they're just adorable. And it's probably better here because they have a good home. And then Chloe is wanting to play. Get him, Coco. He's wanting to play right now. But like I said, we do rescue. Most of our dogs are rescues. Even the purebred ones are rescues because people like to spend money and then not take care of the dogs. Anyway, I rant over. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this color too. So I'm gonna do 12-inch strips. This one here. 12-inch. And then this one here. Let's see. 12 inches. Okay. So now I think I'm gonna want that one to be on top. We're just gonna kind of X these here, and maybe I should do these in a couple different, so I'm just gonna kind of squeeze them together. I'm gonna pinch these. And this is gonna get covered up in the middle anyway, so it's not like it has to be perfect. See. I like the way that looks, and I do. And good, I was actually prepared this time. You'd be surprised. I'm often not prepared when I do stuff, even though I try to be. But I feel like it's my undiagnosed ADHD. So I'm just gonna kind of tie this in the back. Tight. And it doesn't have to be perfect again because I'm gonna kind of mess with it here once I put it on. But I am gonna put it on here, through here, and then I'll show you what we're gonna do with it. But, and I should have already done this, I'm gonna dovetail them, but I can do that like once it's already on because I just want to see and take a look at more or less what it's gonna look like here. I think this one's a little bit pulled over. Like I said, you'll get used to it. You'll get more coordinated with what you're doing, but I just want to kind of get this one on. Just going to eyeball it here and get it on through the middle because I am going to put the ornaments on, and then we're going to get the masks on. And then I do have some cute little picks that I got that I want to put on. So I'm going to do these. I got a few Mardi Gras wreaths that we're going to do. I also have some Valentine's wreaths that I need to start going on because I am doing a sip and shop here in New Braunfels next month on the 8th at Bloom Salon with Carly Slaughter. She's the owner, and she's the head stylist, and she's been doing my hair for about 3 or 4 years now, and she is amazing. And I've seen her salon grow. It's so incredible to watch her. She's an amazing human being, first of all, but it's just like so amazing just to see like everything that she's accomplished. So I've got that coming up. So I do have quite a few different things that I'm working on. So now I'm just gonna kind of fluff this out here. Let's see if I squeeze it over that way just a little bit. And okay, so we're gonna get that going there. And like I said, this was just to kind of add a little contrast to everything. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to, of course, I knocked over right before the dogs got it. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna kind of put this in here and this way. And like I said, it's not a huge deal with these ribbons, but it's just enough to give it just a little bit of kind of decoration to it. So I'm going to show you how I did that. I did tell you I was going to show you how to attach something if we didn't have the what do you call you know what, I might be able to tie this one down, but I'm going to show you how to attach something if you don't have cable mount. So let me get everything ready and set up to go, and then we'll go ahead and start. I'll show you how to attach the masks, and then after that I'm just going to add a few more picks to it and I'll show you the final product. Okay, so I got that on. Basically what I'm going to do now is I'm going to attach these masks about right here. And I'm going to do this one down here, and then I will be putting some picks around everywhere just to kind of dress it up. Now, one of the things I wanted to show you is last time I did show you a method where we used cable mounts and to add the sign on. What I'm going to do here is, so say you don't have cable mounts. So one of the things that we can do is I'm going to go ahead and just show you another method that you could use. So basically I may end up doing it in multiple places, I'm not sure, but I'm gonna go ahead and show you. So if you don't have cable mounts, one thing that you can do is you can get your chenille wire, kind of put where you want to. So like I said, I may end up doing it in a couple places, but just by looking at it, this is where I had decided to do it. So you're gonna get your chenille wire and you're gonna put some hot glue down on there. And then what I did is, so I literally have part of my ribbon cardboard is coming off. And so what I'm gonna do here now is I'm just gonna kind of put that over it as like a band-aid. And what it's gonna do is it's basically gonna hold that into place. Like I said, I like to use the cable mounts, but there's just sometimes if I don't have it available to me, I can't, you know, do it at that point. Or if it's on a surface like this one that's a little bit more, you know, awkward, it's not completely flat, this will help you in a pinch. And it really does work, because honestly, up until I had seen somebody else using cable mounts, I'd never done the cable mounts myself. And so you're just gonna put your wire in there, and then, you know, of course, let that dry. And then we'll see, like I said, where we want to go ahead and place it in our swag here. And I think I'm going to do that. Let's see. I think I'm going to do that right about here. And I've just got some, let's see here. Got a couple branches here, and I'm just gonna place that on there. First it always takes me longer because I'm trying to show y'all. If I was doing this on my own, it would have been done a long time ago. And I'm just gonna go ahead and twist it in tight there. I'll probably add some hot glue back, but if you see, there it is, and I got it attached to my swag just how I wanted it. And like I said, that was very easy. And it's just another technique that you can use. You can always use this technique when you are working with you know, regular wreath signs as well. If you don't have cable mounts, it's easy to do that. So I'm just trying to make sure I've got it on there, you know, tightly secure it into place, which there it is, tightly secured into place. And so now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go through, I'm gonna attach the other mask, and I'm gonna use that same technique. I'll probably add in, because now that I'm seeing it, I'm gonna add in one more spot over here. Very easy to do. And then I'll come back and y'all get to see the finished product. Okay guys, so after putting on the rest of the mask, I glued in some glitter picks. I glued in a few more ornaments, and here is our finished product and our first Mardi Gras swag of the season. Hope you enjoyed it. If you like this tutorial, please hit like and follow. Subscribe to my channel, and feel free to ask me more questions, and we'll see what I can do to help you guys out. But I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope it helped you out. Thanks. See you next time.